This video analysis will examine the South Korean music industry's rapid globalization and demonstrate how K-pop constitutes a media contra-flow by challenging the cultural imperialism thesis. This analysis will be broken up into 3 sections. Part 1 is an industrial analysis. This is where I will discuss how the K-pop industry works and why it constitutes as a media contra-flow. Part 2 is a textual analysis. This is where I will discuss types of content produced by the K-pop industry as well as issues regarding the industry. Finally, Part 3 is an audience reception analysis. This is where I will discuss K-pop's global popularity with audiences. The Korean pop music industry is rooted in Seoul, South Korea. Major entertainment companies like HYBE, SM, YG, JYP run the industry by producing, financing, and distributing K-pop idol groups and their music. First, it's important to understand how these huge idol groups such as BTS, Blackpink, NCT 127, and TWICE are created. Aspiring young talent between the ages of 11 and 18 audition at these entertainment companies, and if they make it past the first round, they become company trainees. Generally, trainees live in a company dormitory where their diets, love lives, and behaviors are controlled by these agencies. The training process can last anywhere from a few months to as many as 15 years. Once the company finds a suited group for a trainee, they then become pre-debut idols. During this period, they work on attempting to gain an audience in fandom so that when they finally debut, they are successful. During this time, they may start releasing teaser videos, dance performances, or participating in fan meetings. Once they gain enough attraction, they release their debut music video and begin to make public appearances. The next 7 years of their lives are now devoted to being an idol and keeping a good image for their company and group. The globalization of K-pop is hard to ignore, and the Hallyu wave has only just begun to really take off in the last year or so. The impact of the Korean music wave in Western countries is extremely present. As you can see here, K-pop has fans everywhere, and this map was made in 2019 by Korea.net. I can only imagine how much it has expanded since then. K-pop is a pop cosmopolitan, and what I mean by that is because of the increase in the Hallyu wave in Western countries, more and more people are traveling to Korea, learning the Korean language and culture, and importing Korean media. In regards to the United States, K-pop has broken the Billboard charts and has increased US CD sales. One way K-pop groups attract fans to buy physical CD copies is by reinventing the CD itself. K-pop albums can be purchased in a book-like CD packaging that contains stickers, photo cards, and limited edition items. And each album purchase enters fans into a raffle to meet the idols at a fan meet and greet. Let's go ahead and move into part 2, the textual analysis. In this portion, I want to get more specific about what kind of content companies like HYBE, SM, and YG produce. These companies specialize in creating Korean idol groups, models, and actors. However, idol groups are their main source of profit. What makes K-pop groups like BTS so popular is that they are constantly producing content. For example, they typically release new albums every 3 to 6 months. They use apps such as Weverse and VLive to directly communicate with their global fans, performing on music shows, touring. They even have their own variety shows, and the artists make merchandise specifically for the fans. Another reason for their global popularity is that their music typically features other languages besides Korean. English is featured in almost every song, and not to mention that K-pop is unique in the way one song incorporates many different musical genres. The song can start off as a ballad, transition into a pop, then EDM, and back to being a ballad in a matter of 3 minutes. There is something for everyone to love in a Korean pop song. The music video productions are beyond amazing and have high budgets as well. Also, these groups feature between 4 to 23 members, and each member specializes in something different within the group, such as rapper, visual, main vocal, or youngest member. And fans love connecting with each of the members' different personalities and picking what's known as a bias, aka their favorite member. Last but not least, K-pop idol groups are built around lore. Each group has a backstory that connects to their own concept and music videos. For example, the group aespa, they have this lore that expands so far back. For example, their lore is that they have AI counterparts living in an alternate universe called Kwangia, and a villain known as the Black Mamba is making it hard for aespa to sync with their AI counterparts, therefore making it hard to perform well. However, a godlike figure known as Novice is here to help save them. This lore is known by all the fans, and the idols love building onto each story, and each song and each music video. There are many issues within the K-pop industry regarding slave contracts and idol mistreatment, as well as K-pop idols culturally appropriating other cultures. K-pop idols can feature members from other Asian countries such as Taiwan, China, Japan, and Thailand. This can bring in political issues. For example, TWICE's Chewy is a Taiwanese singer in a Korean idol group that's received backlash in China for way waving a Taiwanese flag at a concert. Instead of supporting Chui, her company JYP forced her to write an apology to China in order to clear up her idol image. However, this apology has received a lot of backlash due to how unfair it was that she would have to apologize for supporting her own country. K-pop idol groups and companies are constantly under fire for a variety of reasons. However, the fandoms are too strong, and this is part of the reason why there can never be any real accountability regarding certain issues. Shifting gears to part 3, audience, critics, reception analysis. As mentioned in part 2, K-pop has fascinated global audience in a variety of ways. K-pop fans are of all ages, and they bond with one another by calling themselves fandom names such as ARMY and Blinks. However, there is a particularly large percentage of youth fans in the US. According to a study, the average K-pop fan is 23 years old. But why exactly has K-pop connected with younger fans in the US? The age of social media has played one of the largest roles in connecting overseas fans with Korean media. YouTube makes crazy K-pop music videos easy to access and attract viewers from the US. TikTok has made it easy to go viral all over the world. K-pop songs and dances are used in many viral trends. Apps like VLive and Weverse put K-pop stars in direct contact with fans from around the world. Essentially, K-pop has done a great job at actually making it attainable to meet, talk, and interact with fans' favorite idols. It's different than celebrities here in the US, for example. There is little to no chance a common fan will ever have a one-on-one conversation with Beyonce or Harry Styles unless they paid thousands of dollars for a meet and greet. However, it's easy to connect with idols. They respond to tweets, TikToks, comments, posts, and memes made by fans. K-pop's success with the youth is proven through a variety of different awards. Well-known groups such as BTS has won over 30+ awards at American award shows since 2018. They have won Top Social Artist over 6 times at the BMAs and AMAs. BTS's youth fans have also proven their loyalty and trust in their group by raising $3.6 million and has generated millions of tweets during 4 years of teaming up with the UN's Children's Agency to fight violence, abuse, and bullying and promote self-esteem in young people. Korean pop music is by far one of South Korea's best and most powerful forms of soft power. There's no denying that K-pop idol groups' success directly feeds into their economy. K-pop in the Korean music industry is a pop cosmopolitan and therefore it directly challenges the theory of cultural imperialism, constituting itself as a contra-flow to the US media. I believe it's the global hybridity between the US and Korea that is unique to Korea, yet also received universally. K-pop is odorous in nature, yet contains similarities that make K-pop hybrid and fluid. At the end of the day, K-pop is unlike anything we have here in the West and US. The US has only just begun to see the rapid globalization of K-pop, and the Hallyu wave has only just begun.